The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. Could always use a new pair of shoes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
This is the podcast. We review reviews. It's the only one that does that. I can guarantee it. The evidence on the internet and other shows you might listen to, it's false information.
It's a Mandela effect.
Yeah, right. That's exactly it. It's sort of your subconscious just creates it because your subconscious is a powerful thing. It gets bored and it wants to create illusions of other podcasts that are about reviews and are about comedy, but really we're the only one. This is the only reality that you can cling to anymore in this world. Sorry.
We appreciate that you wanted to fabricate some sort of community for us to belong to, but it's just not in the cards.
One, we're way too stinky as a collective. Just too much stink going on for us to be around other people. That's why the all-knowing Big Brother selected the job of podcaster for us and linked us together at a young age. Basically, we were kind of like, it was an arranged marriage, but for podcast co-hosting.
America.
I got a review. This one's from Amazon, if you would believe it.
Never heard of it.
Well, let me tell you, it's a big website. It's got reviews perfect for us as miners of the review. Prospecting. Putting a bunch of websites in a little dish, sifting out the sand, seeing what floats to the top.
Oh, yeah.
Catherine P. LaViolet has a review for Coke Life.
What? Is that green can?
That's that green can.
It's so strange. Okay.
Well, Catherine's here to tell us a bit more about it. So I'll go right to the review. The title is Coke's Best Kept Secret.
Oh.
I haven't been able to find Coke Life 100 calories made with Truvia in Green Bay for over a month. It's been sold out at a few places that carry it since before the coronavirus hoarding began. I'm a Coca-Cola aficionado and love the taste of this drink. No aftertaste like Diet Coke. Not as sugary as regular Coke, though I used Coke to get through and it's marvelous. Better than Coke Zero because it's more of an untampered with, for lack of a better term, Coke flavor. Highly recommend you to try it. If you can find it, smiley face, 5 stars.
Hey, Coke Zero, they're redoing the formula, though, my lady.
Coke 1? Are they going to name it Coke 1?
I don't know, it's going to taste more like regular Coke, I think was the big thing.
That's what they're going to call it, Coke. More like regular Coke.
More like regular Coke.
When are they going to do the half Coke Zero? That's all new Coke Zero is going to be.
The Arnold Coker or something.
The Arnold, in quotes, coked out Palmer. That'll be some great branding. They'll sell a lot of those.
Yeah, and Coke Life apparently already sells off the shelves.
That's like, okay, I feel like Coke Life, I haven't read any ad copy. I don't know anything but, like you, green can. And now, apparently, it's just Coke that has 100 calories, not 0, and it's made with Truvia instead of sugar. That's all I know.
So it's extra plant-based.
But Coke Life makes me feel like it's for people. Coke is their life. You know what I mean? Coke is the reason they get up in the morning. You've met those people.
Oh,
those soda fixators. Or
those addicts.
Yeah, they like one snack brand. There's a lot of people that, swear by Cheetos. You open their fridge, it's like full of 20 cans of Coke. My grandparents are like that.
Yeah, you go to throw a tissue away at your bro's house, and there's like 80 Rice Krispie Treats wrappers just piled in the trash. And you're like, Deacon, you have a problem.
Here at Coca-Cola, we understand that living a Coke life can be difficult. Missing teeth, hair falling out, rotting flesh. Coke does it all. Rotting flesh. Man, the heartburn I get from enjoying a Coca-Cola every morning. But now, new from Coca-Cola, Coke Life. Coke that won't mess up your life. Made with Truvia, that's in plants. Might make you shit funny, but hey, you can drink way more Coca-Cola, you fucking addict, that we manufactured to buy our shit.
Assuming you can find it.
What's Coke's like?
Slogan?
Yeah, what's their slogan?
Just Coke it? I don't know.
Just Coke it.
Grab a Coke and smile. This one's got your name on it.
Coca-Cola, I got your name, boys. Only want Coke if it's... summer tastes better, apparently, is what's going... Refresh the world, make a difference. They got all kinds of them.
They got a bunch. I'd like to buy the world of Coke.
Buy a world of Coke,
Classic.
That's a classic one. Classic sort of corporate pandering. Love it. You Coke guy or Pepsi guy?
Coke guy, though I generally don't drink soda pop, any of the alternative names you want to call it, beyond tonic water with a little bit of lime or a LaCroix or something.
Matt knows if he drank Coke like I did, his ass jiggle would be out of control.
I don't know. If I have something in my hand, I am going to drink it. If there's a drink in front of me, I'm going to drink it. It has to be something particular for me to want to savor it. Or I enjoy it by consuming it quickly.
What's an example of a drink you might savor? Maybe a fancy, like, artisanal Coke someone hand mixed for you?
Yeah, I went to this one place down in Elgin, Illinois, and they said the tonic water that we have might look a little different, but it might look a little brown. But trust us, it's I don't know if it was house made or something like that, but I did savor it a little bit, probably because they put too much ice in it and didn't give me enough tonic. You dang gougers!
Getting gouged on the tonic, bro.
Probably a mocktail that's got, like, fancy things in it. Like, ooh, it's got... Okay. Somebody muddled some blackberries in this, and it's got some ginger beer.
Right. When someone gets out the muddler, that is your sign. You better savor this.
You savor it. Because it won't last.
As long as we're on the Coke marketing shtick here. How about that Coke coffee, huh? Have you tried that?
Ugh, no.
You gotta try it, dude. You like coffee?
I like the smell of it. I'm not much of a coffee drinker either.
I see, but I'm not a big coffee guy either. I worked at Starbucks for a year, and the whole time I was just like forcing myself to try and find a way to enjoy coffee, and it only sort of worked. I guess my love of sodas is really what attracts me to the coffee. So if you're not really into both, maybe it's not your thing. But I don't know. I feel like it's something you gotta try.
Like a Coke coffee float I could get behind.
Oh, now, Matt. Are you kidding me? That sounds amazing. Is that on YouTube? I'm looking that up right now. We're going to make no one steal the Coke coffee float how to make YouTube video idea, because that'll make you $1 million.
A close, excellent thing. Something I've actually done is getting the butterscotch soda and making floats out of that. The quote Harry Potter butterbeer. Oh my goodness. Set your world on fire.
That sounds terrifying. It doesn't look like there is a video containing 3 different floats, a McFlurry float, a Coke float, and a coffee float. We are about to cornerstone the Coke
original
coffee float. Dude, dedicated listeners, if I catch any of you in that social media space stealing Matt and I's key to millionairehood, we're just gonna rent a nice camera and throw some vanilla ice cream and some Cola Coke, make $1 million. I know they're probably just making it more of an enticing idea to steal, but do not. Quick, Matt, get me to do another review before I...
Okay. I have a Google review for Richardson Adventure Farm here in northeastern Illinois. It's the place usually known for a giant corn maze, but buddy, they've been expanding. They had a tulip festival. They got they had sunflowers this year. I don't know. They're just trying to get people outside and to part ways with their money, I think.
Right.
But it's a good place. I generally do get there once a year-ish or every other year. And it's that time. It's fall. It's time to go back. I'm going to follow the footsteps of Matt Barber, no relation. And his Google review reads as such. Family fun. Some beers and poor nutrition options. What's not to like? Rub on some goats and chickens while you're at it. Kids can bounce and ride the train. Zip lines and fun by a fire pit are options. Don't miss the tedious yet fun corn maze. Wear your boots if it has rained recently. And if you have a well-trained dog, bring it along. Prices aren't too insane, but they only have a few months a year to cash in. So help out and have a good time. 5 stars.
There's a lot of cryptic things going on in this review for my taste.
Yeah?
The one that bubbles hard to the surface. Why do I have to bring a dog, dude? Why you pushing this dog thing on me?
Yeah, he's been there. He knows what happens when the petting zoo goes wrong. We need to have at least a score of dogs on our side in case things go south.
Lots of people bringing dogs here in case the petting zoo doesn't go great. He's such a genuine fan. He's looking out for him.
Ready to spring into action. Or,
hey, guys, don't worry. A lot of my friends bought dogs. We'll just kind of make the best of it, right? He's trying to fashion himself into a festival hero.
Yeah, a little bit of a folklore legend. Oh yeah, there's the dog watcher.
The dog watcher, the bounty hunter.
They're also useful if little kids get lost in the corn maze. All right, we got some sniffers here. Sir, we have an observatory. There's a tower. It pays $5 to get up there. You have to pay. But we can see anybody who's lost from up there.
I got the dogs. Yep, and then you find a little cap on the ground and you shove it in the dog's face, and then the dog can homing missile to wherever the child that cap belongs to.
Hey, dog, stick to the path. We respect this corn maze. Dog's trying to cut through the corn here. Can't have that.
Dog's sort of a corn maze vigilante. He's got the corn maze narcs chasing after him while he's trying to save these kids.
You know what it's going to look like by October 25th? No, we can't have dogs running through the corn. Show some respect.
It's going to turn from a corn maze into a corn field. A corn plateau, dog, and we can't have that. Bzz, they turn on their sci-fi electric batons.
Oh, God.
And beat that man in the corn maze. The other thing fishy about this review is why are the goats and chickens that are rubbing on you, are they waterproof? Why are you rubbing on these goats and chickens?
Rub on them.
Oh, yeah, you're rubbing them on.
I don't know.
Is there some kind of natural goat lard sunscreen that a purveyor hawks at this location?
Everything's corn based.
Everything's corn based, so it's just got a little chicken bouillon in there. It's got a little chicken smell. That's so your dog can find you real easy.
Yeah.
Lots of good product ideas coming out this episode. I hope some entrepreneurs. Actually, I don't hope some entrepreneurs are listening.
No, these are our ideas exclusively.
They're already being trademarked, folks, so if you try and steal them, you will be sued. Our lawyers will be contacting you shortly. We'll send the dogs as well.
We got them.
Got a lot of good dog ideas here as well. But yeah, I don't know. Making a lot of assumptions about people's knowledge about the festivals here.
Yeah, if I go and I see somebody with multiple dogs, I'll be like, hey,
You read that review?
dog watcher? Is that you?
A single tear rolls down his eye.
I've finally been recognized.
Yeah. All his hopes and dreams that he thought would sprung from writing this review came to fruition. And that's beautiful. Glad we could help him do that.
Mm-hmm.
Should I read a review?
Maybe.
I think I might.
If you're feeling up to it.
Let me gather my courage and read this review for this VTech Switch and Go Dinos Velociraptor helicopter. It's a transformer dinosaur. It's a dinosaur that transforms into a helicopter. Its name's Blister.
Whoa.
It's from Amazon. Paula Underwood has a wonderful review for us. She says, "This is the most played with toy in our house. At the moment, this toy achieves the award for Most Played with Toy 2019. It was a gift for a 4-year-old who plays with it almost every day. But it also intrigues the 21-month-old in the house who loves to turn it on and off and move the arms and legs. Now, of course, you have to listen to it say things like, 'This is Blister, the Velociraptor, reporting for duty. I'll never surrender,' and 'I never leave a dino behind,' as well as 'I'm looking for a few good dinos,' among other things.
What?
So that might deter you. But I'd say that it's totally worth the fun the boys have with it. 5 stars.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about the toy that is, like, slowly, subconsciously making children, militaristic.
Sure, the dinosaurs sort of appropriate in military culture.
Yes.
For propagandic reasons, you think?
But more so I feel bad for Blister because I know in the end his mission ends in failure.
These kids he's not going to find other dinosaurs.
He won't. No. And even if he does, all the dinosaurs meet the same fate.
Oh, so you're saying inevitably though this Velociraptor is a robot that can turn into a helicopter,
yes,
it is poetically doomed to be destroyed in some sort of extinction event.
Yes. Like Buzz Lightyear was naive, thinking that he was the one Buzz Lightyear.
All right.
To fight Zurg.
So you're picturing Blister here stumbling upon, Grandpa's sleeping on the couch and that Geo got left on. He's in sleeping, not moving toy mode, sort of a screw on the rug, but he's looking up at the TV and he sees a bunch of velociraptors get blasted by a meteor. And he says, "What the hell is this? What the hell was that?"
He thinks it's live action. He's, oh no, I'm not there.
Quickly turn into your vehicular alternative forms and flee, brothers.
Yeah, why aren't they transforming?
Why didn't that Brachiosaurus turn into a tank and roll away?
That I want to see. The long neck. Ooh.
Yeah, turns into the gun.
Yes. And yeah, poor Blister. Brothers.
Why didn't that Spinosaurus turn into a race car? Oh, no. Yeah, and then toy existential crisis. Boom. Pixar. Call me up. I'll write that script.
Yeah. And then the 4-year-old, the 21-month-old, the toy doesn't work anymore.
Oh, no.
The toy's depressed.
The toy died inside. It can't.
It's seen too much.
It's not delivering those pre-programmed voice lines quite the same way.
I'll never forget you, brothers.
Oh, man, doomed to be ever played with in the hands of a child. Well, Buzz got over it, right?
Yeah, Buzz came around.
I wonder what sort of off-brand toys that would bring Velociraptor back up to cheerfulness. Make it some Pikachus. Toy Story really underrepresents the non-Western toy market, doesn't it? I guess Buzz Lightyear is supposed to be kind of a hip, trendy,
yeah,
high-tech action figure, but he should be Asian. That would rule. Asian Buzz Lightyear. Anyway, you got a review?
Yes, I do. I have this review comes to us from influencer.com for sriracha, the bottle of sriracha that everybody knows.
The classic.
The classic. And this is a review from Christina.g. She writes, I had no clue what I was in for when I bought this. A new recipe called for it. I follow recipes. Put in the amount and tried some too. Huge mistake. Lactose intolerant, so all I had was almond milk. It was not working. I literally had to stop in the middle of cooking, take a water bottle to try to ease the pain while driving to the gas station, because it was closer to my house than the grocery store, to buy milk. I bought 3 little bottles of milk just in case. I popped those babies open in the car. The meal was a little spicy, but delicious. I don't know how people put it straight on their food. Stomachs like rocks. Not mine. Anyways, delicious flavor, just too hot for me. I use half of what any recipe calls for. I always have some around for friends and family because they love it. Hashtag influencer eats. 5 stars.
All I can picture is Sean Evans's disembodied, bald, smiling head, a chicken wing floating next to him, black hot one set, saying, Sriracha. It's no big deal.
Yeah. Poor Christina.
Poor...
That she can't enjoy it because
right. I'm a big fan of sriracha. I'm a big fan. I think it's perfect because you can really control the heat with the amount. You know, you always
absolutely
put a little bit. It upgrades that pepper flavor, adds a little something to it.
Some tang, man.
Some tang. I'm not big on ketchup to the point. I know this is stupid. If a recipe calls for ketchup, I don't want to use ketchup, and I know that's totally dumb. I should just
because the essence of ketchup will still be there, and you'll know.
I know because I put it in. And really, that's not even it. It's the handling of the ketchup up until it's in the recipe that I'm not looking forward to it.
Dangerous raw material ketchup,
right? I'm like Homer
and
Simpson in a hazmat suit with a fucking those iron bars and a bottle of Heinz trying to squeeze it out. But, I'll replace it with sriracha.
Just as good.
Yeah, it'll make it spicy. You'll never get blown out.
No.
Christina doesn't know the horrors I've seen.
You have to make your food like 50% sriracha before it's overpowering.
Oh, yeah. And at that point, it's like, whoa, just get a spoonful of sriracha, you freak.
Yeah, okay. There were a lot of reviews of people. Obviously, there's tons of people saying they love it. But there were a lot like, I'm not on the hype train for sriracha. I don't get why everyone loves this. And it is kind of like it almost, quote, came out of nowhere to become a cultural staple.
Right.
And I think it was just that we humble, feeble Americans, if we wanted something spicy, it was always Tabasco or some other hot sauce, which is very much liquidy. Like, can you picture putting... shaking Tabasco on a sandwich, but
that's such a good point.
Here comes something that, as you say, it's almost akin to ketchup in texture, so much that you can replace recipes. And it's like, oh, I can spread this. This can go anywhere. That's why we love it.
Make some meatloaf with some sriracha on top instead of ketchup. Ooh, that sounds fantastic.
A little squeeze, man.
Just give it a little squeeze. That's funny you say that because I was going to say, much like bacon became more than just a food people liked. It became sort of like a counterculture, like meme food. It's like liking it became more than just liking it.
Chocolate covered bacon and shirts with bacon.
Yeah, bacon
strips and bacon strips. And scented bacon and bacon on donuts.
I can understand how that can get a little annoying, and sriracha was there for a minute.
Yeah.
But now I think sriracha's in a good place culturally. Yeah. It's well regarded. It's sort of legendary. It's a staple.
It was like Britney Spears, just got too popular, and like I'm gonna have to tap out for a moment, figure myself out, then reintroduce
people got a little
myself.
annoyed with her. They didn't understand what was happening behind the scenes.
My God,
right? How could they?
I've never liked it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah. Sriracha, its first 2 singles. No, I didn't even like those.
Toxic.
Squirt Me Baby One More Time.
Whoa.
Could do without. But now, everyone's...
All right.
We should have been listening to Chris Crocker the whole time. Leave Sriracha alone.
Yeah. Sriracha came around, and I think so did we.
Yeah, that's true. It was a learning experience, both sides, 2-way street. And I'd also like to say, Brittany's looking to get remarried and have some kids now, which is on one awesome news too, really fucked up because it made me realize she couldn't fucking get married under that thing.
Yeah.
And have kids if she wanted to. That's insane.
Pretty wild.
We're gonna go celebrate some Brittany, some Sriracha Brittany in the break here. That's it.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to Review Party Recommends. Hang on, fella. Isn't that something you do on the blog?
Beep, beep. Well, oh boy, we're bringing it to you live here in studio this week.
Yeah, because we know you're a sucker who can't read. So we're going to orate for you. But if you're a fervent, dedicated reader of the blog, apologies for the regurgitation. I think this stuff is quality enough that it
bears repeating.
It should be, put out, disseminated as often as possible. And
much like Johnny Appleseed, Matt wants to spread his seed of, we don't even know what yet, do we? Well, why don't you introduce your seeds?
Today, Review Party Recommends features Welcome to My Meme Page, which started as a Facebook page. They've got an Instagram, they've got a Twitter, and it is what it sounds like, memes. But specifically for our purposes, we are featuring the reviews this page creates, which are excellent little capsules reviewing usually animals, but not in every case. And it's just fantastic.
Would you say it's reviews of creatures?
Reviews of creatures, I would say. Yes, thank you. And I read all about it in the blog, how I'm in adoration of the wit and the wonky logic that makes my improv brain tickle, as well as the method which with Charlie, I believe is the guy's name, how he assigns his star ratings and describes them is impeccable.
So not only is this a saucy, fudgy, silly, goofy little assortment of ha-has, at its core there is a methodical nature going on behind
Absolutely.
the scenes.
So without further ado, I'll share just a handful of the favorites that I've found. There are more out there. You can read some of them on the blog, or there are links that I put in the blog to read like most of them on other websites, because I didn't want to steal all of them. So let's start with camels, a review. What can camels do? Well, they are famous for being able to eat sand and looking like someone rolled a horse down the side of a mountain. But these talents pale in comparison to their true strength. Camels know a son of a bitch when they see one, and they aren't afraid to show exactly how they feel about it. Imagine a creature that looks like this, taking one look at you and knowing instantly that there is no better place for the contents of its mouth than the space between your eyes. This dumb beast cannot speak or reason, but its senses of revulsion and contempt are so developed that it can judge in a fraction of a second precisely who in its immediate surroundings is most deserving of being absolutely spit upon, based on nothing but the way they sound and how annoying their gait is. And it is never wrong. There are none who, after being so condemned, will not desire to reform themselves to earn the camel's approval. But the camel does not approve. It merely tolerates. And it does not believe in second chances. You cannot impress it. It thinks you are worse than dirt. And for the star rating, there are 4 stars in brackets. These 4 stars are assigned for they never miss. The 1 blank star, unforgiving. I'm not sure how to read that. It's much better visually, but I'll work it out.
Time I went on a class trip to a local petting zoo.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us all free little Dixie cups full of seeds or something.
Oh,
We could
yeah.
feed the animal pellets, perhaps. And they warned, you have to feed it from your hand, not from the cup. And I am like, I do not want any stinky animal stuff
Lips.
on me, right? Lips and things on me. So I just held up the cup. I think I got to feed the zebra, maybe it's something else, before the camel. And this is the reason they said not to. The camel dipped his bastard head in it. He recognized me as a little bitch. Dipped his bastard head in it. And then sort of in the cup, opened his mouth a little bit to grab the cup, lifted his big ass giraffe neck backwards and, tossed back the Dixie cup of seeds all to himself. And then tossed it aside. And then didn't even acknowledge my existence again in true camel form. This review rings totally true in my eyes.
Don't worry, I went to a petting zoo earlier this year, and the same thing happened with me and a goat.
This goat was the bastard.
The difference was the goat just ate the Dixie cup.
Yeah, much different energy.
It's a goat, so okay.
The camel is cool, calculated, uncaring. The goat is total chaos energy, just eating the cup as well.
But speaking of dirty animal mouths, here is a review for crocodiles. All around the world, rivers are facing a pollution crisis. Filthy animals like zebras and water buffalo are putting their dirty mouths in the water, getting their spit all over the place and sending it straight to the ocean for whales to drink. Luckily, nature has devised a clever plan to put a stop to this. The humble crocodile. The way this works is that now, when dirty beasts want to drink from the water, they get killed by a crocodile instead. What goes around comes around. I rate them 5 stars for saving the whales. And then 5 stars, fine work, crocodiles.
See, now this one I do not have a personal anecdote to support the review. But, yeah, wildebeests do be looking stinky as hell, bro.
Yeah, flies buzzing, they whip their tails.
Those pooping-ass wildebeests around my source of drinking water. You know what I mean?
The only anecdote I have is in Temple of Doom. You remember? The bad guy falls in the river, the alligator's just like, party time, let's start rolling.
Oh, man. The death roll, dude. He didn't mention the death roll, but that is the coolest part of alligators.
Yeah.
They take that thing, the first legal high that kindergartners have, where they just spin in circles until they feel dizzy. Taking that to a whole new level. I
will just give a teaser and say that there's a review of Tables out there that everyone should go find and read.
Is it in the blog?
It is in the blog.
Well, I know where these people might be able to find that content.
Put your eyes all over it on reviewparty.com, where you can also find the following review of slugs. What are slugs? Slugs are disgusting and covered in mucus, but you shouldn't hold that against them. You're not exactly a looker either. The common mind considers slugs to simply be snails without shells, and all the less cool for it. But this is a shockingly bad interpretation. Through heroic discipline, slugs have conquered the self and rid themselves of the desire for such lavish ornamentation. They are noble hermit monks who slime the countryside without shelter, trusting in Mother Nature to keep them safe as a reward for the sacrifices they have made. I rate slugs 4 stars for their bravery and humility. 1 star must be deducted for avoiding social obligations and eye contact. Star rating is 2 stars for brave, 2 stars for humble. -1 star, look at me when I'm speaking to you.
The author got something against introverts, I've gotten the feeling. I wouldn't have deducted those sluggy stars.
They're little...
It's hard to socially interact sometimes. You don't know what kind of day that slug's had, where their social batteries are at when you're interacting with them. You know what I mean?
Running a little low, yeah.
Yeah, on their pilgrim journey, they ran into a chatty couple of bunnies they had to deal with. And, they enjoyed the conversation, but now they just gotta chill out for the night.
Mm-hmm.
So, slime on, slugs.
We all feel a little sluggish now and then.
Sure.
Okay, to sort of wind things down here, I have a review of Ghosts.
No way.
I have never seen one of these sons of bitches, but if I ever do, I will not hesitate to run it over with my car, or otherwise assault it with every intention of inflicting permanent disfigurement and embarrassment. These losers think that people are supposed to be scared of them because directors told them so. Not me. If I walk into my basement at night and there's some sort of ghoul, apparition, daemon, archfiend, or even some kind of glowing Greek god trying to ask me to go on a dumbass quest to find the golden pacifier or whatever, I'm tackling that idiot the moment I see it. I'm slamming that reeking hell cretin's head into the floor. I'm going to show it what polished concrete tastes like. 1 star. The 1 star is, I'll probably lose. -4 stars, but we are at war.
And I cannot agree more, or I hope that I have the bravery and the logical thinking ability to not agree more in the moment in which I may come to interact with a ghost or perchance upon one Pokemon battle encounter style. Marowak's mom on the other side of me. But if it's a Greek god glowing,
I would go for it.
Yeah, there's no way I am saying no to that young man.
Point me to the Argonaut.
Point me wherever you want to go. If I gotta fix some old lady's plumbing for you, but first I'd be like, well, what kind of boons am I getting for my quest? What sort of magical assistance?
Winged boots.
Winged boots, perhaps.
You got a bag with some wind in it? Because I could really use a bag with some wind in it.
That sounds great. A new iPhone? I'd settle for that.
What have you got? I'll take. I'll go kill the boar. I'll go kill the lion.
I'll tell some stupid ass Cyclops my name is no one. For a new pair of Nikes, some Yeezys, sure. Even if I don't want it, I'll resell it. Xbox One, I'd rather PS5, but hey, I can barter. I'm not gonna let the god know that, but I'll be like, sure, yeah, I'll take a stupid Xbox. What I gotta do? Poke some Cyclops' eye out? Let's go.
I'm there for it.
Gotta go to the store, buy you some golden apples. These motherfuckers are gonna go crazy once they find out they're just oranges.
You want me to race against a fast lady? Okay.
Okay, fine. I'll give it a shot.
Shout out to the people who know that story. My goodness. Anyway. To wind down this review party recommends, I will give you all one last review and implore you to go check out our blog and then welcome to my meme page just in general. And we will end this session with a review of parasitic roundworms. The review reads, no. 5 empty stars, and the reason is bad.
Again, you cannot disagree.
Yes, I am nodding my head with great energy.
You cannot disagree. Well, thanks. Thanks for sharing those funny ones. Go check out the blogs, kids.
Come on, what else are you using your computer for?
porno?
Huh? Yeah, probably.
Well, once you're done, go on the blog, have a laugh.
It'll give you just enough time to recharge the old... Yeah.
Get yourself a Gatorade, get the electrolytes flowing, you're losing a lot of fluids, boss. And, center your mind with some review party funnies. I got a review. At first I thought, we were going somewhere a bit more cultured, a bit more highbrow. I have a review from Amazon for the film Seven Samurai, directed by Akira Kurosawa.
Yes.
And then I glanced upon the review that I saved to share, and I realized, no, this is twice as lowbrow as anything that was featured there. So with that introduction, this review for The Seven Samurai, directed by none other than the legendary Akira Kurosawa, is by Mitchell Lewis. They title their review, I'm on House Arrest.
Oh, boy.
I have 30 days to blow, literally. My job is seasonal, and I'm legally bound to be in my house for 30 whole days. Anyways, I figured I'd Google best films of all time and watch every single one of them. Well, I must say, I now know why this film made the cut. Brilliant. God, I love this film. It's like Titanic. It's long, like Titanic. But just like Titanic, that time is going to fly by. Before you know it, you'll be seeing Jack floating off into the distant abyss as the female he just lost his virginity to is watching in horror as he clings to a, wait a minute, that's the wrong movie, but you get the idea. This movie is a classic. If you are reading what I am typing right now, don't just get this and watch it. No, 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 no. You make it a special occasion. You get some good popcorn. You get your favorite blanket. You turn off your cell phone. You get a bottle of vodka. I legally cannot do this. Whatever you do. And then you sit down and watch this masterpiece. Great intro. Slow to start. It gradually builds. And before you know it, you'll find yourself falling in love with your favorite character of the film. Mind you, this was filmed like 457 years ago. The mere fact that they were able to pull this off then at such high quality, even to this day, is a beautiful achievement. I do not recall seeing boobs, though. So if you love boobs, check out Titanic. Kate is great, has a great pair. Now that I've described this like one of the French girls I used to see, I'm out of here. 5 stars.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
I really, really do get the impression that this person has been in isolation for close to 30 days. This review is their means of communication with the outside world.
Right. This is sort of the social energy death rattles of a person. Just being broadcast to the internet.
But it's amazing.
He had a lot to say about Titanic in this review for Seven Samurai. I don't think there's any samurai on the Titanic. But if there are 7 of them, maybe more people could have got saved.
Yes, for sure.
Definitely.
Samurai, they know how to handle icebergs.
Yeah, you don't think Nippon Steel would cut through an iceberg? Of course, Nippon Steel would thrash that iceberg.
Man, all you need is a couple samurai hanging off the edge of the boat with their katanas out, and that iceberg's done.
I mean, those samurai are masterful enough. They can do the cool thing where they just sort of thumb out their katana, and before you know it, the katana is already nestled back in the scabbard. You look up, there's a clean slice that the iceberg is just burst in half.
To either side of the Titanic, and it just cruises straight through.
It just cruises on through. Everyone's cheering. Everyone's drawing each other like French girls.
Everyone's boobs are out.
Everyone's boobs are out. And Mitchell is like, this is the best movie I've ever seen.
What was in that vodka?
Yeah, he's like, I gotta try that stuff.
I can't do that. Man, there's a big story here. Mitchell, what's going on, buddy?
I think Mitchell's just a young man, didn't have anyone to talk to, so he talked to Amazon reviews. We've seen it before. Usually in the older crowd, but hey, Mitchell's on house arrest.
Yeah. Prayers from Mitchell.
Oh no, Matt.
Oh?
This review is from December of 2019. Things are about to get a little bit more house arrest for Mitchell.
Oh, Mitchell.
I hope he tapped into the rest of Kurosawa's discography. I don't think there's many boobs featured in Kurosawa films.
I don't think there's much of that, no.
No, so but they're all awesome. I don't know. I'd love to hear what Mitchell thinks about Rashomon.
I need to watch them.
You haven't seen any Kurosawas?
I think I've seen part of Seven Samurai, but that's it.
Oh, you should keep going, man. Seven Samurai is great. Rashomon, real great. For a theater enjoyer such as yourself, Rashomon has a lot of deep roots. I think for a lot of theater, sort of like the Seinfeld of jury drama.
Okay.
Every drama, mystery drama after it was changed irreversibly. But before I make a fool of myself, anymore, talk about this smart movie. You got a review?
Of something dumb? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah!
I have a Google review for the Oshawa Museum of the area's local history. A Google review. Kids. And this gotta watch out who's providing your reviews. You never know.
For sure.
This review comes to us from Sawyer K. And Sawyer writes, great view during the summer, but can use a bit more attention and cleanup. Often features dead birds. 4 stars.
You're wondering, people leaving their garbage here? No, dead birds. Lots of them. What's happening to these birds? Why are there so many in this park? That's really the scary part. I'm not so bothered by the birds, but I'm bothered by the unknown phenomena causing the abundance of bird death. Exactly. This sounds like a bad M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, like usually the urban detritus and litter. You can kind of figure out what's going on. Like, oh, there's a pile of cigarette butts. Somebody parked their car here and just like chain smoked for 2 hours.
Right. Oh, there's a dead hooker in those bushes. You know, someone probably owed somebody money.
Right. They meet their Johns here and they go out. There's a nice bench. But dead birds.
Dead birds. Strange.
Birds can fly.
It's either some sort of extreme degeneracy or a mythological phenomenon here, and I'm intrigued.
Ooh, sort of a Bermuda Triangle or Havana syndrome thing going on. Someone sending radio waves out of their basement to kill the birds.
Bermuda Triangle, bird death in this park. Man, one time a whole flock of goose went over. We're going south for the winter.
Oh, no.
Dive bomb the place, dude.
You know, somebody like their ancestor's statue is in this park and it got crapped on once. And they're like,
real sensitive guy, this statue.
Never again. That's my great-great-grandpa.
So you thinking all this bird death could be fixed by simply an umbrella, giving this statue a nice umbrella.
Absolutely.
An umbrella and a hose down can sort of clean up. This guy wants there to be dead bird cleanup, but you got to cut off the snake at the head, right?
Yeah.
You got to give that statue an umbrella.
You know, you treat the disease, not the symptoms. Yep. Is that what it is?
Exactly. This statue's getting shit on, and it is mad. It's somebody's salty old stinky ancestor getting all grumpy because they think statues don't get shit on. That's par for the course. That's part of your immortality.
It's a statue's job.
You'll be remembered forever, but you got to get shit on sometimes by birds.
And the culture that evolves around you and decides you're a racist icon.
And then they take you down, and hey, then it's not bird shitting on you.
Nope. It's just us woke liberal, I don't know, other things.
Woke liberal beans eaters. You know those woke liberals being at Chipotle. They're giving that statue remorse.
Yeah, because they're paying all the money to Mexico. Ugh, it's a conspiracy.
My favorite Mexican restaurant. My favorite class, or what should I say?
Authentic?
No, not authentic. My favorite Mexican-based restaurant, Chipotle. I love Colorado, Mexico. The most wonderful restaurant chain. Place to start a restaurant chain. Well, hey, should we plug this bad boy out? Thanks for hanging out with us. Listen to some reviews, guys. This is a part of the episode where we thank everybody. You got thanked first already before I even explained what was happening, so I hope that made you feel good. This week I'd also like to thank, sadly, Norm MacDonald at the time of this recording. Just been a couple days of his passing, and I know Matt and I have been been going down that YouTube Norm rabbit hole hard, which I think is the best way to celebrate that guy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we've been laughing at Norm MacDonald since we've been laughing at stuff together. That's for sure. lost a real one. But to keep it going, hey, we got new episodes every Tuesday. We don't always talk about dead guys in it. Usually, in fact, we don't. Maybe the second or third time, that's it. If you love listening on Tuesday and, hey, you want to hear something, you want to hear your name in one of those Tuesday reviews days, new episodes that we're dropping, why don't you send us some sort of review to reviewparty.com@gmail.com. Send us a review there, a link, a screenshot. You can send it on the Instagrams and the Twitters and the TikToks that Matt's about to. Just get us these reviews, people. We want to read them. We want to make fun of them.
We want to have fun with you.
We want to have fun.
Listen. We all know what happens when you don't socialize. You end up writing a raving, ranting review on Amazon.
You're right.
So if you want to socialize, practice those social skills, even on a minute scale, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at reviewparty.com. Send a little, sup fellas, hey. And we'll be like, oh, that's cute. Or you can find us on Twitter at reviewpartypod, where things are happening. Check it out. If you're not into that scene, well, maybe the scene that you'll like is reviewparty.com, where you can find that blog of all of the things that I just read, but even more of them. And you can see all the episodes, the multiple listening platforms. If you're like, man, this week I hate Spotify, I'm going to listen to Pocket Casts instead. You can do it there. The link right to it.
Yeah, that page is crazy. You podcast distributors, if you're listening, why are there so many of you?
You pod-catching sons of guns.
You crazy RSS feed hawking sons of bitches. Thanks for having our show. I guess we should thank them too.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks for giving people places to listen. But also thank the Nosebleeds. You've heard their song throughout the episode. You know the deal. Go to Spotify. They got some bitchin' music there. Listen to it. I got a review to see us off here, Matt. Once again from Amazon, this is a review for WarioWare Get It Together for the Nintendo Switch. You know, Matt, our big Wario fans. I should really do a Wario for Halloween sometime. I think that'd be a big hit. Anyway, Pedro here, he's got a review, and he's got a way with words. Pedro writes, "Wah!" 5 stars.
Say no more, Pedro. I'm gonna win.